It's a little hard starting this video because I don't know where to begin, but we have to start somewhere, so I'm just gonna dive right into it. I suffer from a moderate form of depression. Oh, moderate, it might not be so bad. Wrong. Unless you guys know what I actually go through, you have no idea what it actually feels like. But before we, get into the video, before we get into the art and all that stuff, I just wanna let you guys know, if you're watching this and you're suffering, if you're going through anything at all, know that you're not alone. You always have someone, your friends, your family. But even if you are alone, I'm gonna stop you right there because you're not. You have me. I'll lend you my heart, I'll lend you my ears, whatever you need. Because you're beautiful to me and I love you. And please know that. Before we get into the art and the actual video, I just want to dedicate this video to everybody we've lost through depression and any form of mental illness. And then the piece itself, I'm dedicating it to our zombie boy, who unfortunately we lost last night, and kind of sparked me making this video and shedding light on such a complex topic, especially nowadays. I feel it's a topic that not a lot of people believe is true, and I don't think a lot of people realize how many people are affected by it. Even somebody as close as your coworker, as your best friend, unless they open up, you don't even know. So this is another coming out video, if you may, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Again, I love all of you with all my heart. Please don't ever feel alone. If you need anything, I'm always here for you. So let's get on with the video. I hope you guys like. So I knew I had it from a young age, but one, I didn't know what depression really was, and two, I didn't even know that I was showing signs of it. I think the main cause of it was my whole coming out experience. I had to go at it alone, and that took a lot of mental preparation on my part. But I feel that preparation that I had to go through caused me to fall into a depression without even knowing. But luckily at the time I was really into my art, and I was exploring, and I was, developing my art skills. That helped me because it served as an escape and then as a form of therapy, in a way that I could just express myself without any, repercussion, and then I could just, let loose on a canvas or on a piece of paper or whatever. Honestly, I didn't come to terms with my depression until like 2 years ago, when a few people told me that I always did show signs, and, I took it upon myself to investigate a little more. I went to a doctor and, did some tests, and they told me I had, a moderate form of depression. But I made it, a point to myself to not let my depression define who I was. I've always been such a happy person, and I've always been light to so many people, and, I just enjoy smiling and being me, so I didn't want this to change my world. And I made it a mission for it to not to. Everything, I have my episodes here and there, I still do. They basically involve me just, enclosing myself within myself. I don't want to talk to anybody, I don't want to see anybody, I don't want to be touched by anybody. I kind of close off from my friends and my family, which are the most important things in my life, but I just completely shut down. I usually go to work fine, I put on a facade for work, but then I get home and straight to bed and then just sleep a lot. It's something that I have been working on, that I have to continue to work on. I have my sister that, I could open up to, and my friends that they're the best in the world. And, that venting helps, talking about it helps a lot. And I think that's a problem with a lot of people. They think they're scared to open up about it, but there are people there that listen. And not even that, just the art too. My art has improved so much, and I do so much work now that also helps release, a little bit of stress and a little bit of anxiety, and it lets you express yourself and calm yourself down more than you could ever imagine. This part may be a little bit hard for some of you to hear, but Some of the episodes that I had when I was younger were more intense and more brutal than the ones that I have now. I don't recall most of them because, unfortunately, I blocked most of them out. My mom and sister would tell me, of things that I would say and do and signs that I would show, but I was so enclosed that I don't remember any of them. But the ones I do remember are the ones where I physically wanted, to hurt myself and cause myself damage. Luckily, though, I don't suffer through that anymore, and that's completely left my mind. So, like I said before, the reason why I did this video, the reason why I shared a little bit of my story is because it's something that's not talked about. And we see left and right people unfortunately committing suicide and hurting themselves, and it's because they're alone and they feel helpless and they don't know that they have a support system. Even beyond that, some people take depression not seriously. If I were to tell someone I had depression, somebody very dear to me, and they would tell me that, oh, it'll be okay, it's just something you're going through, you'll get out of it, you'll snap out of it, just be happy, why are you so sad? That does damage. And I don't think people realize how much damage it really does to a person. The last thing we want to do is hear you tell us, it'll be okay. Because the internal demons that we're fighting are so immense and so hard that I don't think anybody realizes how hard they could be. And sometimes those demons get the best of us, and unfortunate things happen. And I want to shed a light on that. It's hard to hear, and it's hard to see the things that people are doing to each other. Another perfect example is the show 13 Reasons Why. It has caused such a commotion, but I think it's beautiful because it's eye-opening. It shows you what teenagers have to go through. I went through something like that, and it may shock you, but it's true. Many of you see me as someone happy, someone bright. I think half of you wouldn't even realize that I did have depression, but the fact is I do, and I have to live with it on a daily basis, and I have to fight through it. And I thank God I'm doing much better because of my support system that I have, because of my art. And I'm one of the lucky ones that have that. There are other people that don't. And if this video reaches one of you that, fortunately doesn't have a support system, I'm going to keep repeating it because it's so important for you to know that you have someone here. I'm that someone. I'll help you through anything you have to go through. Just message me on Instagram, on Twitter, here on YouTube, down in the comments below. I'm here for you whenever you need. You're not alone. And I love you. I don't think people hear that much nowadays. And I think it's something beautiful. I tell my friends, I tell my family, I love them every single day. Just because. My friends and I, we don't talk for a few days. I'll drop a text, I love you guys. And I sincerely mean it. Because you don't know what's going to happen the next day. You don't know what tragedy could happen. You just don't know. So if, God forbid, something does happen, they could know that I love them with all my heart, and I will continue to love them forever. If you guys have any questions about anything, just please feel free to message me. There are hotlines that you can call for help. There are people online, Again, you have me. If you guys need anything, I'm always up to meeting new people, listening to new people. Tell me your story. Tell me your struggles. I'll listen. I'll help in any way I can, even if it's just sitting there and listening. I love every single one of you, and I full-heartedly mean that. Thank you for hearing my story, and I hope it didn't scare you too much, but I promise you I'm okay. I'm a fighter. I'll always be a fighter, and this is life. And turn around, look at the stranger next to you, tell them hi, tell them that they're beautiful, tell them something. You never know what the person might be going through, and you might be able to change a little aspect of their life. So again, always practice kindness, always practice love. Stop hating. We don't need more hate in this fucking world. Just love one another. That's all there is. We're all, at the end of the day, we're all a bag of bones, unfortunately. But anyway, thank you for viewing the video. Don't forget to subscribe down below. I'll put the links to all my pages like normal. I have a lot of exciting things coming up. which I will keep you updated on my social media pages and of course on my YouTube channel whenever I get them up and running. There's a couple things that are happening, but I'm not gonna say them because I don't want to jinx them. But I will post them when I have answers, which hopefully will be good answers and hopefully will be soon. So just stay tuned to that, and that's about it. I gotta go. I love you. Bye.